Homework for the kids, don't we know, can pile up. And parents, if you can't help for whatever reason, good luck. I mean, you are just stressed out.
Third grade math is stressful, right? Mandel Public Library, though, downtown West Palm Beach, to the rescue with free homework help.
We love it. TA shining a light on that and their mobile van, obviously pretty convenient. A great way, TA, to simply skip that high cost of private tutoring, too.
Right, and when you feel overwhelmed at the end of the workday and then you still have your kids' homework to do, yeah, there's people that can help you do that. Miss Stacy's here, and you focus on the elementary school teachers, right, or students, right?
Yes, I do. After school and on Sundays, myself and a couple other teachers come in and help the kids with their homework for free, and we love hanging out with them and seeing them learn.
That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. Mr. Bowers, you do the older kids, and what's your favorite part of the job?
Well, my favorite part of the job is just introducing the kids to concepts that make them appreciate the learning of math, science, robotics, technology, whatever it is that we're doing at the time.
Love that. Thank you very much. Selena? Sorry, you take this. This is an example of the truck. This is not the actual mobile unit. And where do you take the mobile unit?
Yeah, we go to Fogelman and Sullivan Park, where we help kids with homework. We provide snacks and have lots of fun out there.
A good snack is always important. Chris, what's your favorite part of doing that?
My favorite part is the kids. They can sometimes be a little silly and goofy, but they always bring a smile to my face at the end of the day.
Thank you very much, Kaylin. And you help the high schoolers trying to get into college with college prep, right?
Yes, I do. So come down to Sam Dratch Teen Homework Center. We are here for all your needs and help with homework, SAT prep. Please come. We love you. We want you here.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And then there's some freebies. You can get a free library card, right?
Free library card anytime. It doesn't matter where you live. You do not have to live in West Palm Beach to get a library card here.
And then there's all these programmings, including some for some of the toddlers.
Exactly. So we have programs for all ages, all free programs, thanks to the West Palm Beach Library Foundation. And you can come to our story times for young kids, as well as programs for adults.
Okay, thank you very much. If you have something you want us to shine a light on, you can email me at shiningalight@WPTV.com. Now, Megan, if you'll put up into the split this picture of Damaj, this is our 6 a.m. producer's son. And he comes to the preschool story time, and Miss Jillian is his librarian that reads to him.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, you get him reading earlier or early, you won't regret it. So
I just want to reach through and hug Damaj right now. He is the sweetest little boy. Thanks for topping off that great segment with that, TA. You're the best.
His hands in the cookie jar right there. We like it. All right, we'll be right back. Thanks, TA.
6:27 is the time. Here's what we're working on, too, and the question at hand. Will we see progress on property taxes? Ahead at 6:30, we're breaking down the discussions in Tallahassee and looking at the next steps for lawmakers.
From WPTV, this is breaking news.
Breaking traffic to start that Thursday morning drive. Better one than none. And it appears we have at least one lane open right now, 95 northbound Donald Ross. We have a tractor trailer at Jackknife, and so you can see it to the left of your screen there. It is stretched out across the road. Johan, I know you finally made it to this area. It's going to be a slow go for a bit.
Hey, good morning, Holly. Yeah, live drive video shot. We're located here in the safety zone. This is north. Crash is just after Donald Ross, right over the overpass. You have 3 of the right lanes blocked. 3 right lanes blocked. That means you do have 2 of the left that are moving by, and it is slowly getting by in this area. You can see how people are just crawling here. The good news is the delays don't start until after PGA Boulevard, I suggest you stick with it. Earlier, it was a lot worse because they had all lanes blocked. Now they just have opened up 2 of the left lanes here in this section. We're going to keep our eyes on it. Otherwise, 95 and the Turnpike are working well for Wednesday. We'll keep our eyes on it and keep you updated. Quick check of traffic. Johan Hoffend, back to you.
All right, weather-wise, here's what you need to know as you head out the door. We'll have more showers and storms today, just a little bit less in coverage. Not quite as many as we had the past couple of days. And, of course, 2 developing systems and 1 hurricane in the tropics. We'll talk about that coming up a little bit later. Now we're looking at some showers just offshore of the Treasure Coast now. Maybe a little sprinkle right along South Hutchinson Island. A couple of lightning strikes out there with it too, but the heaviest shower and storm activity just offshore. A couple little blips here in the acreage too. That's gone, but 75 in Wellington's not bad. 72 in Fort Pierce. High temperatures today will be near 90 degrees. Some showers along the coast, isolated this morning, and then more scattered inland areas later on this afternoon. We'll taper off after sunset. Coming up, we'll talk about this here. We still have Gabrielle, a Cat 3 hurricane, racing off towards the Azores. And then, of course, these two tropical waves that could become our next two tropical storms here, named storms. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes.
Okay, you've been warned. The grace period is over, so you should get ready to head out this morning on the roads. Fine start today for blowing through speed zone cameras in Boynton Beach in those school zones, so watch out. Christy Waite joining me now, tracking where the cameras are, and then also the times, the watch times they'll be enforced.
Yeah, this is something we've been tracking for a while now. So the Boynton Beach Police Department, they tell us violations will be enforced 30 minutes before and after school. I want to go ahead and show you where those cameras are placed. These are some of the schools that are listed. So you have Forest Park, Rolling Green, Cross Point, Citrus Grove, and of course we got Freedom Shores. Those are just a few of the schools that are going to have those speed cameras in that area. So drivers going 11 miles an hour or more over the speed limit, you're going to get a $100 fine, and that will come in the mail.
You got to be careful. 11 miles an hour doesn't feel like a lot,
yeah,
but it can make a lot of difference. I know you've been digging into some of the data too in terms of car crashes, which is one of the reasons for this new program. What's that data showing?
Yeah, safety is the key here. So this data is actually really shocking. So sorting through it, I learned that 54 out of the 140 crashes by a school happened near Freedom Shores Elementary School. That's from 2021 to 2023. And then Rolling Green, they had 22 crashes over the last 3 years, which is actually the second most crashes at schools in Boynton Beach.
Yeah, a lot of that from rubbernecking, speeding, so
Texting.
Hopefully this will be a deterrent. Okay, be careful out there. Mike?
All right, we're seeing new video come in from Typhoon Ragasa. Nearly 2 million people have been evacuated in southern China this morning as that typhoon's making landfall. You know, we're familiar with big storms here in South Florida. This typhoon has max gusts of about 150 miles per hour. This is the new video that's coming into our newsroom as you take a look at home. One of the strongest typhoons in years, not just affecting China, though. In Taiwan, 15 people died in a flooded township and 10 deaths reported in the northern Philippines as well.
6:34 this morning, no clear path yet for property tax relief, but we could see more proposals by November, we're learning. See, a committee just wrapped up 2 days of hearings signaling major changes could be coming. Lawmakers are trying to balance providing relief while preserving services like parks and rec or code enforcement. Some of the ideas could be on the ballot next year. A major obstacle, though, what might work for fast-growing, revenue-generating counties like Miami-Dade or Broward, well, that might not work for smaller rural areas that have already lean budgets.
It's a concern because we do operate at a very, narrow margin. And so that's why some of these programs that I just talked about, we'd have to go back and revisit how we're going to fund if we're able to even fund some of those services.
If the committee lands on a proposal this fall, it could be an uphill battle in the legislature, state Supreme Court, ultimately with Florida voters, too.
Let's go Cats. Our brand new show, Panthers 360, launches tonight. You can join me every Wednesday on South Florida's 9 after the Panthers game for an in-depth look at the season, the week that is, the players, special stories off the ice. Listen, you're going to love this show, especially for those Panthers fans out there. So we know the Panthers are playing their third preseason game tonight, Raleigh, North Carolina, after that doubleheader in Nashville. We are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
Oh, yes.
Francis Payton, and we have a Stanley forecast to start it out.
We have all the Stanleys. Just kind of put a good omen out there, some good energy. You can't get enough. So we're going to start off with all the Stanleys around the United States. I'm just going to call out a few here, but Stanley, Florida, actually, sitting at 95 for your high temperatures today. We're going to move things a little bit northward. I actually used to live about 30 minutes away from Stanley, Virginia, dealing with some rain showers, highs in the 70s. Moving a little bit towards the Midwest, you're looking at Stanley, let's say Stanley, Minnesota at 77, sunny skies, and over towards our west coast, 79 in Stanley, California. So looks to be a nice day, I'd say, for all our Stanleys here. But For Raleigh, North Carolina, might be a little bit presumptuous for me to put the Stanley Cup on here, but I figured I might as well. Just again, keep up with that good energy. So puck drop at 6 p.m. in Raleigh, North Carolina against the Carolina Hurricanes. Temperatures are actually going to be a little bit similar to us. You're looking at highs in Raleigh, North Carolina, staying around the lower 90s. By the time the puck drops, temperatures are going to be around the upper 80s. So if there's going to be any tailgating in the parking lot of the Lenovo Center, it's going to be a little bit toasty out there, but go Cats.
Go Cats indeed. Thanks, Francis. Later today, we'll hear from NASA and its Artemis II astronauts. Crew 4 will venture around the moon next April as NASA works to establish a long-term human presence there. Their mission is to test systems and hardware needed for deep space exploration. It'll be the first time a crewed rocket's traveled beyond low Earth orbit since 1972.
Wow.
Been a bit.
Talk about a different kind of spring break vacation. Right?
Yeah, right.
Coming up next, the magic amount where you become numb to your personal debt. I'm tackling the answer laid out in a new survey. First, though, we have an underdog, a cute one, too, that needs a new home.
This pup's named Maya. What do we know, Tanya?
We know a lot about Maya, so adorable. 8 years old, is at the Humane Society of Vero Beach in Indian River County. She's looking for a home where she can just spend her day cuddling on the couch. Her adoption fee is waived. Reach out to the Humane Society to get to know her today.
You're watching WPTV, part of the Scripps News Group.
You might find this pretty relatable. A new study is assigning a number to when we simply become numb. Think about that, just numb to our personal debt. Here it is. That amount is $75,000, but it can range all the way to $99,000. Examining more of the study by J.G. Wintroth, people polled about their debt say they were actually more stressed about it when it ranged between $2,500 and $5,000 than when it far exceeded that amount. But the fact of the matter is a lot of people that were surveyed, they just say their debt is a constant source of stress, something that they worry about every single day.
Absolutely. You could see how that number, too, 75 grand, would be daunting. That you have to just kind of put it out of mind.
You almost feel like it's a dark hole. You can't dig out of it. So
6:41 right now. Still ahead, we're getting answers for one woman fighting to get back into the My Safe Florida Home program. We'll also sort out the rules to reapply.
Right now on WPTV News.
All right, watching a beautiful sunrise out there this morning. We do have some rain chances, not as much as previous days, but I'll time that out. Plus, we have a few systems in the tropics to talk about. That's just in a few minutes.
And here at the live desk, you'll hear one of the most emotional moments of Jimmy Kimmel's return to late night television.
Disorder in the courtroom. Ryan Ruth found guilty of trying to assassinate the president. We're sorting through the chaotic moments inside and outside the courtroom.
Then we're connecting you with the Luxury Music Festival making its way to the West Palm Beach waterfront.
Tell you what, this is definitely causing a doozy for a lot of drivers out there, stopping them in their tracks. We are watching it. We're all over it for you. I-95 northbound at Donald Ross. You can see Johan there on your screen standing by. Looks like we might have a few more lanes. What do you see opening, Johan?
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of progress going on, Holly. Good morning. Live drive video shot. I'm situated in the caution zone here. This is northbound 95. Earlier, semi-truck and vehicles caught in a crash had all lanes blocked. That has changed. Now it is only 2 left lanes getting by. 3 right lanes are closed. 2 left lanes getting by. I-95 just after Donald Ross, right after the bridge here. You can actually exit at Donald Ross and maybe do a U-turn and get back on 95. If you want to take PGA to alternate A1A, get back on at Indiantown or even Donald Ross, that is acceptable. But delays back to PGA Boulevard. It gets slow around PGA Boulevard. Good news is the heavy equipment